What is up, everyone? Coffee Break is back with another video. Today, let's discuss some great things we're seeing and hearing from 49ers camp this year. I'm hearing some really great news from 49ers camp, and I see a team that even with a Super Bowl loss looming over, this team is practicing like they're on a mission. We talk about revenge tour. This team looks like they're looking for revenge all fall and winter of 2020. Let's take a look. And the first guy I want to talk about is what to me seems like the obvious. And at this point, it is rookie Brandon Aiyuk. Look, this may not surprise some folks, and I know he recently got injured, so I hope everything is okay there. But I thought he'd be starting week 1, even with Debo in the lineup. And the level of maturity I see in the short clips and interviews, you can clearly see that Jimmy loves throwing to him. I think he's the exact wide receiver that Jimmy likes to throw to. Gets out of his breaks easily, fluid with his routes, has great hands, long arms. I really think he'll be a star in this league, and it's just going to take a little bit more time. The more I watch, the more I fall in love with the player, and he has a great opportunity here with Shanahan. I don't think he's going to hold anything back. I think he'll challenge the Rook early on, call his number on week 1. Hey, talk about going up against one of the best cornerbacks in the league in Patrick Peterson. I can't wait for that. Again, assuming this injury he suffered this past weekend isn't a big deal, that'll be a fun matchup to watch. The next guy I want to talk about is Trent Taylor. It's a contract year for Taylor, and if that doesn't light a fire under you, I don't know what will. Taylor seems to be playing well in camp. Jimmy seems to love that connection, and he's had trust in Taylor since the first day he got here, way back in 2017. So Taylor should be the week 1 slot receiver, and I think he's showing that in camp. Mike McGlinchey is the next guy I want to talk about. Offensive line is solid at the tackle spots with Trent Williams and Mike McGlinchey. You can honestly see the difference in his body, the big slim, as Sherman calls him. McGlinchey has looked stronger, more agile in the pass block. Mike looks like he's ready to endure a long season this year. Talk about Trent Williams for a second, because he's also in my good. I mean, how lucky are the Niners that they were able to pick him up for like a sack of potatoes? I mean, it's the Niners are fortunate to have one of, if not the most athletic left tackle in the league, and he's showing out in camp too, going up against Nick Bosa. I mean, he hasn't played in a year. Yeah, that matchup is fun to watch. Left guard, Laken Tomlinson. It's fair to say that Jimmy's left side at the line is pretty solid. You have Trent Williams, who is still considered a top left tackle, right? And then you have left guard Tomlinson, who looks really good in camp and has been consistent for the 49ers since he's been here. I mean, rookie Javon Kinlaw couldn't win one-on-ones against him, and Kinlaw's a big dude. Tomlinson has been very underrated player for this team, and I hope this year he gets the recognition that he deserves. Jerick McKinnon. McKinnon is an X factor for Kyle Shanahan. His speed, ability to get off breaks quick, ability to run the football can become a defensive nightmare. Part of the reason why he's still here. Seeing McKinnon out there makes me excited, and I'm sure 49er fans will love his play if he can remain healthy. Fingers crossed. George Kittle. He's a beast. Nothing more to say. He's just a beast. Let's move on. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy looks like a guy who isn't coming off an off-season rehabbing an injury. I mean, he looks so comfortable and fluid with his knee and footwork. A lot of the throws last year from Jimmy were off his back foot. And when you see tape of it, most of the time he's had time in the pocket. It's not like he was under pressure. But I think it was a mental hurdle he had to get through. I hope to see that this year with Jimmy and return back to form where he was throwing balls with velocity and accuracy. And Jimmy left camp last year on a relative low note. Remember, he threw like that 5 interception practice at the goal line, threw a pick in the first preseason game, almost threw 2 picks in his last series. Played much better in his last preseason game, but there was a lot of questions entering the year. Now, during the year, you saw he was improving bit by bit, and the trade for Emmanuel Sanders halfway point helped significantly. 49ers now, at this point in time, have better receivers than they had last year. With drafting one, Brandon Aiyuk, and getting Trent Taylor back from injury, I think we're all expecting a very big year for Jimmy again and eliminate all of the dumb decisions. There's still reports of him overthrowing his receivers. He better correct it fast, but so far I love what I'm seeing from him. Kendrick Bourne. Bourne looks like he's in the best shape of his life. We've all watched the training videos this offseason, but it's really showing on the field. Bourne in a contract year can have his biggest year yet, and it looks like he'll have the opportunity for that early on. Linebacker Fred Warner. I mean, outside of Bosa, Warner would be the guy I would pay in a heartbeat. Warner is just constantly good. He had 118 tackles, 3 sacks last year. He's looking like he's ready to take the next step this year. Pro Bowler would be my guess, but man, I'm really excited to watch Warner play on Sundays. And I think I need to get his jersey. I mean, that 5'4" looks nice. I may consider it. Nick Bosa. I mean, there's really not much more I can say about Nick. I'll just add, he looks like he'll be better than last year. Bosa will be a top pass rusher in this league if he's not one already. Great competition between him and Trent Williams in camp. Cornerback Richard Sherman. Don't let the age fool you. Sherman is one of the smartest players in the NFL, and he's showing you that speed and athleticism isn't the end-all, be-all at the position. He's not in this league because he can keep up with the speedy receivers. He's in this league because while the receivers are playing checkers, Sherman is playing chess. Every team needs a guy like Sherman. Great leader. Defensive back Tavarius Moore. It's pretty clear that if we hadn't re-signed Ward this offseason, Tavarius Moore would have been the starter. Heck, Jimmy Ward said it himself this offseason. Tavarius has come a long way and he looks like an NFL starter. It'll be interesting to see if Saleh gives him more playing time to start the season right now that K'Wan Williams is hurt. Safety, Marcel Harris. I'm hearing some really good things about Harris in this camp. Making plays when the opportunity is there. Remember, Harris played 4 games last year to replace Tart, who got hurt at the last part of the year. Harris, another year under his belt. I think he played well to fill in the void last year. I mean, the 49ers have some really good depth at the safety position. No, don't go after Earl Thomas. Well, guys, there's my list of players. Who would you add to the list? Go ahead and drop your comments below. I want to thank you all for watching my videos. And as always, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.